Hi, welcome to this video on the Hlookup function. In this video, we're going to look at how the Hlookup function is used to extract information from a section of your workbook into another section. Now, what does the Hlookup actually do? We said the Hlookup function looks up a value on the first row from the top of your selected data range. Now, when it sees that particular item on the first row of your selected range, it looks down the column and pick a return value from a row that you have specified. So we're saying that it looks for a value on the first row of the selected data range and returns a value in the same column from a specified row within that particular selected data range. Now we'll get this clearer when we look at our illustration. Let us look at the logic syntax. Now the logic syntax is simple: equal to Hlookup, open a bracket. I've written here LV, comma R, comma N, in bracket true stroke false. Now I've always advised in my lectures that don't cram these particular letters I use here, because when you start typing on Excel will actually prop up and define all this for you. So our LV here is actually the value that we are looking up. So if we are looking for days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, our LV here would be that particular value. Now our R is the selected data array. We've said by definition here that there should be a selected data range. So our R here represents that selected data range. Now we say R is selected data range, where LV is on the first row from the top. N is the row index number of the expected return value. So I've highlighted the range, I've picked my number, and I'm expecting a return value. That value will have to lie on a particular row. So that row that I'm going to define, we've used N here. Now, of course, we're going to take false because we want the exact match. Now, let's look at our data to get this clearer. Now, we have this information here: store ID, data, ship, date, down to this. Now, we have all these items already shipped to various stores, and we need to put the prices of the items. Now, we have another list that have price list here. This is the price list. If you check this, all these lists on this particular row, they are also in this particular column H as category. So all we're going to do is we want to fix a price for table, and we know table has a price here. So we're going to look up a table in this particular list and then return the price of table. Table here is 2000. So that's what we're going to use the Hlookup to do. Using that syntax, we're going to say equal to Hlookup. So I open a bracket. It's asking us for a lookup value. This is the value I'm looking up table. So I select a table and I take comma. When I take comma, it's asking for the table array. Now we said there should be a selected data array. That's my table array. So I'm going to select the whole of this. Now this is my selected data array. And remember that the value I'm looking for is going to be on the first row on this selected data array. Now we said the value should be on the top row for selected data range. Now I'm going to hold that fixed because I intend to copy down like we've always done. So I take a comma. When I take a comma, the next thing it's asking is column index number. So when I pick a number here, let's assume I pick a table. This is a table here. I'm going to look for the price. Price is the next row, so it's going to be row 2. So I'm going to take 2, saying if you say that particular item, look at row 2 and give me what price is there. Now I take a comma again, and the next thing is going to ask me true or false. We already have this explanation earlier on. I'm looking for the exact match, so I'm going to select false, and I close my bracket, and I press enter. Now it's giving me table is 2000. If you check here, table is 2000. So all I need to do is to copy this down. I just copy this down. Now I have fixed prices for all. Chair is 25,000. If you check here and look for chair is 25,000. Let's look at another product, writing board. I have 800 here, and I go here, I look at writing board is 800. So that's how to use the Hlookup to pull items from one worksheet or one particular location of your file into another area. Remember the items that we've said. First, you must highlight your region. In the region you highlighted, the value you're looking for must occupy the first row of your selected data range. Now, when you select that, the value you're looking for should be on the same column as your selected value and in a selected row number. Thank you very much for listening. In other videos, we're going to see more of lookup values because this particular course is all about the lookup values. Bye-bye.